Do you have everything that you need?
Yes.
Okay,
4th grade. Same thing's happened that was happening on Monday, so I need you in a straight line. When you come inside, you're coming in silently. Your do now is already on your desk. You'll sit down, write your name and date, and start. So Karma, when you come inside, you're coming in with what voice level? Silent. Okay. And La Brea, what are you doing when you come inside? And then starting your do now. Starting your what? Do now. Start coming in. Silently coming in. And good.
Sorry.
I see Karma coming in silently. She's about to sit down, start her do now. Ivy came in silently. He's sitting down, starting his do now. Caitlin's coming in silently, starting her do now. Everybody has 10 seconds to be in their seat and beginning to work. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I have all friends except for the one person I told to get up and do something. Sitting down. Looks like everyone's working good. I'm going to set the timer for about 5 minutes.
Josiah, come here. Josiah, come here. Yes, sir. Okay.
Make sure I'm seeing name and date on the paper. Marta has her name and date. Brittany has her name and date.
Dates.
This problem is a little tough. It's going to require you to think about how to make your bar models, and think about what operation you're doing. You can do it though. Just think about it and think about how you would draw it with a picture.
So this should be my Micah. It should be. It should be.
First one is Micah, second is listen. I forgot to tell you.
Guys, everyone stop for just a second. So Karma stopped, her eyes are on me. MJ stopped, his eyes are on me. Micah stopped. Eli, put your pencil down. Josiah, eyes. Okay. Everyone just turn to the back real quick right here. So Vanessa's turning. When did you turn? I can't see. Yes, you did good. Okay. So right here it says in the table it says Cleo's facts. That should say Micah. So you can just cross out Cleo and put an M for Micah. You don't need to call out because that's not helping. Just listen to what I'm asking you to do. And then where it says Jenna's facts, you're going to cross out Jenna and it's supposed to be Alyssa. So you can put an A for Alyssa. So MJ, for Chloe's name, you're crossing it off and putting what letter? M. And Jalen, what does M stand for?
Micah.
Micah. Samaria, you're crossing off Jenna and putting what letter? A. And Vanessa, what's A stand for? Alyssa. Okay, you can go back to the first problem now. I'll put an extra minute back on the timer. Because that's Alyssa's nickname. Is she the tornado? Yeah, well, how many shirts does she have? How many shirts does she have that buttons are going on to? She's not 5 shirts, not 7. You need to read the problem. You need to decide that. You need to read the problem and decide what you need to write down. I can't help you all the time. Sometimes you need to try things on your own. That's her nickname. There's not 14 buttons on each shirt. It says 2 buttons on each arm. How many arms do you have? 1?
2.
So how many buttons on the arms are there?
2.
There's 2 on each arm. There's 2 on this arm. There's 2 on this arm. How many buttons is that?
6.
How many? 4 plus the 12 is 16. It's not times 5. It's say times 5. Bottom again. That doesn't say times 5. If you read it, it says Tornado always writes 5 fewer facts than Micah. 5 fewer. So if he writes 10 and she writes 5 fewer, how many does she write? 5. That's 10 times 5. Times 5. Pencils down, eyes on me in 5. Pencils down, eyes on me in 4. In 3. 2. And 1. So your head should be up, your eyes should be on me, your pencil should be down. So Kaya has her eyes on me, her pencil is down. Karma has her eyes on me, her pencil is down. I need a couple more friends, pencils down, eyes up here. Micah, eyes. Okay, so I know this problem was tough, but I also know that you guys are super duper smart. So we're going to go over it like normal, and we're going to figure it out together. Marlen, track Marlen, your eyes go to her. Marlen, what is... Oh, we got a couple of friends who need to track. Marlen, tell me one thing we know about this problem. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Micah. You are absolutely correct. We do have to read it first. Micah, since you corrected that mistake, you'll read it, and then Marlen, you'll tell us the information in just a second, okay? Okay, you can either track along on your paper or on the board, but you're listening to Micah. Go ahead.
Miss English just sewed cloths on her free time. She sewed 15 shapes last month. Each shape had 15 buttons going down the front and 2 buttons in each arm. How many total buttons are there?
Okay, track Marlen. Oh, Micah, great tracking. Caitlin, great tracking. Marlen, tell us one thing that we know.
12 buttons going down the front.
Okay, so we got 12 buttons on the front part of the shirt. 12 buttons on the front. Okay, Vanessa, tell me something else that we know. Track Vanessa, your eyes go to her.
There's 2 buttons on each arm.
Okay. 2, I'm just going to put B for buttons on each arm. Okay, good. Kaya, tell me one other thing that we know. Track Kaya, your eyes go to her. Who sewed 15 shirts? Yeah, Miss Lynn sewed 15 shirts. So we'll write down the other one right here. Miss Lynn sewed 15 shirts. Good. Track EVA. EVA, what is the question asking us? If you need to go back and read the question again, that's okay. But what is the question asking us?
How many buttons are there?
Yep. How many buttons are there in total? Now, I saw a couple of different people try this a couple of different ways. And I was pretty impressed with the different ways. Make sure your pencil's down, you're looking. I'll give you a chance to fix it in a second. Have your eyes up here, though. So I saw a couple different ways people try to do this. Who can tell me again, how many shirts do we have? Think about it. How many shirts are there? There are 15. So I think that's going to be important. But first, what should we figure out first? Christina? Okay. What should we figure out first? Gwen, what should we figure out first?
You should figure out how many buttons there are.
On what?
On one shirt.
Yes, Gwen is correct. Gwen, give yourself a pat on the back. Gwen's right. We need to figure out how. And, I'm sorry, Gwen, you can clip up. We need to figure out how many buttons there are on one shirt. So we're going to do a bar for our one shirt. So this is one shirt. Now, who can tell me how many buttons are going down the front? Say it on the snap. How many buttons are on the front?
12.
12. So that's going to be one of my parts. This is 12 on front. Then it says, this part was tricky. 2 buttons on each arm. Everybody hold up your arms. Hold up your arms. In the air. Hold them up. Everyone should be doing it. How many arms you got?
2.
2. So there's 2 buttons on each arm. Who can put their up on their fingers how many buttons are on both arms? If there's 2 on each, how many buttons are on both arms? Karma has it up. Christina has it up. Micah has it up. Say it on the snap. 1, 2, 3.
4.
There's 4 on total, right? There's 2 on each arm, so each shirt has how many buttons on the arms?
4.
4. So this is 12, and then we're going to make this part smaller because it's a smaller part. 4 on arms. So who can tell me, how can we figure out how many buttons there are on one shirt? On one shirt? Karma, how many buttons? Track Karma. How many buttons how do we figure that out, Karma?
Add 4 and 12.
Why are we going to add 4 and 12?
Because it's part plus part equals whole.
Exactly. Part plus part will equal a whole. Everybody, looking at the poem, even if you didn't do it on your own, 4 plus 12, tell me how many buttons there are.
16.
Try again. 1, 2, 3.
16.
There's 16 what?
Buttons.
There's 16 buttons on one shirt. Now, what I want to do, pencils down, we're going to fix it in a second. Now I can draw the multiplication bar model. So I'm going to draw a bar. How many parts should I break my multiplication bar into? Talk to your partners in a whisper voice. Go. How many parts should we break the multiplication bar into? Or next bar, I should say.
No.
Eyes back on me in 3. Eyes back on me in 2. Eyes back on me, sitting up straight and tall in 1. Brittany's sitting up straight and tall. Her eyes are on me. Eli's sitting up straight and tall. His eyes are on me. So I heard some people say 15. I heard some people say 16. Raise your hand if you said 15. Raise your hand if you said 16. Okay? Track Caitlin. Caitlin, why did you say 16?
Because when we added 4 plus 12, it equals 16.
So that's 16 buttons, right? So you're telling me that every single one of these parts, that one part right there, that's going to be a button? Because if we make this a button, we made that a button, Caitlin, that means I have to put a shirt inside of it. Am I going to put 15 shirts inside of a button? Can you put a shirt into a button?
No.
Can you put a shirt on a button?
Yes.
Can you put a shirt on? Can you put a button? Can you put a button on a shirt though?
Yeah.
Yes. So this shouldn't be a button. This should be a what?
Shirt.
Should be a shirt. So now raise your hand if you think I should do 15. Yeah, Michael, why am I doing 15 parts?
Because there's 15 shirts.
Yeah, there's 15 shirts. So I'm going to put shirt 1, shirt 2, and then I'm going to go to the end like this. We don't have to draw all 15 necessarily. Shirt 15, that's the last one, right? How many buttons does each shirt have? Josiah, how many buttons does each shirt have? Remember, we figured that out before. How many buttons does each shirt have? 16. So that's 16 buttons, right? This is 16 buttons. This is 16 buttons. All the way down to 15. Who can tell me one way I can figure out how many total buttons I have? MJ, tell me one way. I'm sorry, everyone track MJ. Go ahead, MJ. 16 times 15. I think that is one way because we have 15 groups of 16 buttons. What's another way we could have figured it out? What's another way? Samaria, what's another way? Track Samaria. What's multiplication the same as?
Addition.
Not just regular addition, as... Who can help her out? Raise your hand. Christian, track Christian. What is multiplication the same as?
Repeated addition.
Repeated addition. Track Samaria.
Repeated addition.
What is it the same as?
Repeated addition.
So what numbers could have I added up over and over and over again to get the same answer as 16 times 15? Please stop making noise. Who can help her out? What numbers would I have had to add up over and over and over again? Jalen?
4?
I don't see any 4.
Two.
Not really positive where you're getting the number 2 from, Jalen. What's Samaria? Oh, stop. I hear some humming. Stop. Track Samaria. Micah's tracking Samaria. Karma's tracking Samaria. EBA tracks Samaria. Go ahead. Go ahead, what? 16 plus 16 plus 16, right? 15 times. That would have given you your answer. Who got an answer for 16 times 15?
Me.
If you know what the answer is, say it on the blow it in your hand. Straight up. Throw it at me in 3, 2, 1.
240.
Why did no one say it? Blow it in your hand.
I didn't know.
Shake it up. If you know it, throw it at me. 1, 2, 3.
240.
Is that what you got going?
I thought it was 14, so I got.
Do we need to check our math up here? I think we might, because I think some people are not positive.
I got 190.
Well, I'm really impressed by Kaya because she's not calling out and starting to talk. 10 times 10. 10 times 10. Think about it. Think about it. 10 times 10 is
100.
100. 10 times 6. Think about it. Think about it. 10 times 6 is
60.
60. 5 times 10. Blow it in your hand. 3, 2, 1.
50.
50. And 5 times 6 is
30.
30. Josiah, what do I need to do these numbers now?
Add them up.
Add them up. I go from least to, or greatest to least. 100, 60, 50, 30. 9 plus 5 is 14. If you said 240 buttons, give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, so eyes on me again. If you need to make a correction, I'm going to give you about 1 minute to make your corrections. Silently do this. Go. If you already have got this down, you can just chill out for just a second. I already made copies. Okay. Book one. Yeah, I shaded it and stuff for you. Yeah. Thank you. I recopied them.
Gotcha.
Loretta, put that away now.
Okay, pencils down. Ooh, Christina put her pencil down so quick. Samari put her pencil down so quick. It's time for a race. Oh, I got a couple of friends who need their pencils down still. Oh, it's okay. Wow, I'm really impressed again by people who are not calling out to me and being rude. We know calling out's not a good idea. We don't have time to go over the back right now. That's okay. It's MJ, put down. That's okay. It's not a big deal. But we are going to do the race, which you guys usually like. Christina, are you allowed to talk during the race? No. Vanessa, are you allowed to pass your paper before Caitlin does?
No.
No. Should you guys shuffle them down real fast or hand them? Hand them. Remember, you talk is disqualification. On your mark, get set, Jalen, go. Oh, so I heard one team talking. That's a bummer. I see this whole team sitting the way they're supposed to be. Need to ask a question right now. Let's see. Josiah, click down. Okay, who can give me a raised 3S, silent, straight, still? MJ, put that book away. And tell me, let's see, tell me what you guys started talking about yesterday with Miss Lynn. What did you guys start talking about yesterday with Miss Lynn? Track, Micah? Ooh, good track.
You learned about decimals?
Learned about decimals? Yeah, decimals. Does anyone know what a decimal actually is or what it's related to that we've already studied? Track, Eli?
It's like a decimal. It's like
Okay, so can someone help him? That's all right, Eli. We just started learning about this. Not a big deal. We're still getting used. Everyone track Alex. I like how MJ's eyes went straight to Alex. Go ahead, buddy. What is it?
Fraction.
Decimals. Eyes back over here. Thank you, Vanessa, for having your eyes back here. Yeah, decimals are pretty much just like fractions. They are parts of a whole. Very good. If you do that, give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, they're parts of a whole. So they're just another way to write a fraction, basically. Eyes back up here. Sitting up straight and tall. If you remember from yesterday, this is the ones place. That's my decimal. If we were saying something, it would be with and, right? Decimal means and. But over here, my tenths and hundredths, are these place values whole numbers or fractional amounts? Karma?
Fractional amounts.
Yeah, they're fractional amounts. I need everybody's eyes up here. I need a couple of friends' eyes. Christina. Yeah, these are fractional amounts. So this is a whole number 1, and the next place would be 10. These are parts of whole numbers. So I have a question. Raise your hand if you know how many pennies are inside of $1. If you know how many pennies are inside of $1. Jalen, how many pennies are inside of $1? If you agree with them, give them a connection sign. Yeah, there's 100. I see. Christina? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, hands back down. Yeah, there's 100 pennies. So let's say I have one of these guys right here. A dime. A dime is worth how many cents?
10
10 cents. So if every one of these guys is going to represent 1 penny or 1 cent. And there's 100 of them. So who can tell me what this all equals? This is one whole what? You guys can say it on the snap. This is one whole. It's one whole dollar. Good. This is $1. One whole dollar. 10 cents. So Kaya. Yes, Kaya. It's confusing with you and your sister for a second. Track Kaya. Kaya, if it's 10 cents, how many of these should I fill in? What is one of these is one what? Who can help her out? What is each one of these? Vanessa, this is one what? Track Vanessa.
10?
This is not 110. There's 100 of these. Because 100 cents equals $1. So Labrea, what is one of these? Yeah, 1 penny or 1 cent. Very good, Labrea. You can clip up. So Kyle, if I have 10 cents, how many squares do I need to fill in? Or how many cents do I need to fill in? 10, because every single one of these is a penny. 1 penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies, 4 pennies, 5 pennies, 6 pennies, 7 pennies, 8 pennies, 9 pennies, 10 pennies, right? So first off, who can tell me what fraction this would be? What fraction is this? Josiah? 10 hundreds. Good, Josiah. Go ahead and clip up. And before you clip up, Josiah, can you write 10 hundreds for me right here on the board? He's going to write it as a fraction. Christina, you need to go clip down, and then you need to stop playing with stuff inside the desk. Did he do that correctly? If he did it correctly, give him a connection sign. Yeah, he absolutely did it. That's 10 hundredths as a fraction. That means 10 pennies out of 100 pennies, right? Wait, time out. 10 hundredths. Where did the marker go to that? Oh, there it is. What does 10 hundredths kind of sound like? It kind of sounds like a what one? Back one. Your eyes are gonna hurt. Well, it does, but didn't we call something 10 hundredths yesterday too? It was one of our decimals, right? Hands are down. It's one of our decimals. Does anybody know, we can use this to help us, does anybody know how to write 10 hundredths as a decimal? Brittany, you do? Okay, I need someone who's confident that he can do this. Let's see, someone I haven't maybe called on as much. Christian, do you think you can do it? No, that's all right, you're a little nervous, that's fine. So we'll get someone who's feeling a little more confident. MJ, come over here. I like how people put their hands down right away and just tracked MJ because they knew he was going to help us out with learning about fractions and decimals. So in this place value chart, can you write 10 hundredths? If you did it correctly, give him silent claps. Silent claps. Yeah, I think he's absolutely right. This is how you write 10 hundredths. You could also write the 0 right there. Doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. So we'll leave it out for now because that's what MJ did. So that means 10 hundredths as a decimal actually equals 10 hundredths as a fraction. They are equivalent. Just like how fractions can be equivalent, fractions and decimals can also be equivalent. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that means that 1 dime, what happened here? We got a little off.
Oh, this.
That moved? It's okay. Well, whatever. We'll fix it in a second. 10 hundredths. This is 10 hundredths of a dollar. 1 dime is 10 hundredths as a dollar, or as a decimal, 10 hundredths as well. So let's look at a different one. Let's say that I have a quarter. eBay. How much is a quarter worth? How many cents? 25 cents. You should still be tracking eBay. She's still talking. Your head should be up. So eBay. How many of these should I fill in? Right, because each one of these is a penny, right? Does it matter where I fill them in at?
No.
No, I think as long as I fill in 25. So I'm going to do 1. I'm going to do 10 across the bottom. I'm going to do 10 across the top. That's 20. Then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25, right? Who thinks they're confident that they can come write this as a fraction? Right? Ooh, I love the hands I'm seeing. I love the enthusiasm. Jalen, do you think you can come write this as a fraction for me? I love how Brittany's eyes went straight to Jalen because she knows that he's going to be giving us some good information here in a second. Come on, buddy, hustle up. Write it as a fraction first for us. 20. I want you to write this fraction, what this represents as a fraction.
All of these and that?
Yeah, I want you to write the fraction that represents.
Just that one?
No, this whole thing, buddy.
And that too?
The whole thing. I don't know how many other ways to say the whole thing. Who can help out Jalen? I think he needs a little bit of help. Vanessa? It's okay. Go on, see. It's all right. Vanessa, come up here. Thank you, everyone whose hands went down right away. Give Vanessa her respect. The cap's up. Oh. If you agree with Vanessa, give her a thumbs up. So is there people who disagree with Vanessa? Okay, so Vanessa, why did you write 2500s? Why is it 2500s?
25 is colored and the total squares have 100.
Very good. There's 25 squares colored in. The total, or the denominator, is 100. But are these squares right now? We said these are not squares right now. These are...
Units.
Well, they are units, but what...
Pennies.
Thank you. They're pennies right now, right? Because the 100 pennies equals a dollar. Okay, so that's 2500s as a fraction. Can anybody come use our place value chart to help me write 2500s as a decimal? As a decimal. Caitlin? Karma's eyes went straight to Caitlin. Her head's staying straight up. Alex is sitting up straight and tall. They know I'm probably going to call people up here for jobs like this who are listening the right way. Go ahead, can you write 2500ths in that? Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes, so that means 2500ths equals, as a fraction, equals 2500ths as a decimal. Okay, so let's step it up a little bit because I think you guys got that. And let's look at,
This.
oh, thank you. Sorry guys, hold on, let me just. Jalen, can you go touch my mouse pad just to make sure the computer's staying on?
Oh.
Whoa, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll make this your job from now on to make sure it doesn't go off. You touch this when I tell you to, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Yay.
Alright, so let me see who's looking back at me in 5. I'm going to erase the board. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to worry about this bottom part first, okay? So don't pay attention to this top part yet, okay? Now, if these have 100 parts, they can still be pennies, right? So we're going to say right now that every one of these is one what? Dollar. So right now, how many dollars do I possibly have up here? 3, right? Okay, so what if I did this? This is totally shaded in. This is totally shaded in. And then I'm going to shade in 3 of those. Who can tell me how to write this as a mixed number first? What would the mixed number be, Eli?
2 and 300.
2 and 300. Give yourself a pat on the back if you agree with that.
I thought it was
Yeah.
2
What? What should that? Go
I
ahead.
thought it was 2 and 300.
It is 2 and 300. You're right, Brittany, stop.
No, 2 and 3 and 2 and 300. 300.
It is 2 and 300.
No, he means 3 like $300. Like 2 and 3.
I'm not really sure what you're saying. Talk to me in a little bit, okay, so I can actually understand what you're saying, then we'll talk about your confusion. Okay, so eyes are still up here. You should be sitting up straight. Remember, I'm going to call people up to the board who are sitting the right way. Okay, so yeah, this is 2 and 300. So who could write this as a decimal? As a decimal cut. I like when people's hands went straight down to track cut. Write that as a decimal. So if we need our place value chart, that's okay. Ones is wholes, tenths, hundreds. Try it now. Do you need help? Kai, do you need help? Okay, Eli, can you come help her? Tracking Eli. He's coming up to help. Wait, Eli, have you been to the board yet?
No.
Okay, go ahead. So he's gonna move in a second.
I get my water bottle.
Oh, could you call that? Okay, so Eli put this. Go ahead, Eli, sit down. Cat. Oh, there you go. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you agree. Thumbs down if you disagree. Okay, Gwen, track Gwen. Gwen, why do you disagree?
Because it isn't 2 and 3/10, it's 2 and 300.
Ooh, so Gwen's telling me that this says 2 and 3/10. I think she's right. Gwen, can you come fix it for us? This isn't 2 and 3/10. This is definitely 2 and 300. Yes, Carmen. Yes, you shouldn't have it to begin with, but yes, go split it out. And then put down. Silent thumb raised now if she's correct. Eva, your eyes should be over here. Christina, do you agree or disagree? Show me. Yeah, this is 2 and 300s. Okay, and now just real quick, if this was tenths, let's say that this is a pizza over here. We got 1 pizza, right? And I eat 3 of them. As a fraction, that's 3/10. As a decimal, it looks like that, 3/10, right? Okay, so now we're going to start doing some work on our own. It's time for our second race. We're not going to start working right away because we're going to do the first one together, and then you guys are going to work with your partners. So when you get this, you're just going to write your name and date. You're just going to write your
Name and date.
just your name and date, and then you're going to put your pencil down to get ready. Please don't start yet because it is a race. I believe Kaya's team won the first race, and we're just going to actually keep track of this over here. So we got Kaya's team, okay, and then Labrea's team. Remember, you have to do it the correct way, otherwise you get disqualified. If you,
Yes, sir.
yes, you did. Okay, chill. It's okay. She has what she needs. I know. I put those there for a reason. On your mark. Get set. Go. Well, we don't shuffle. That's not helping. All you should do is write your name and date. And then your pencil's down. Okay, so let's stop for a second. Everyone stop, put your pencils down. And I want us to try that again because I think we could do that much better. You guys are usually much quicker at passing papers and much calmer. So, everybody calmly pass your papers back to the front. Oh, we should not be making any noise. I'm just asking you to calmly pass the papers back to the front. So I see EVA calmly passing, Christian calmly passing. When we pass these back out, you might get somebody else's paper. You can just cross off their name and rewrite your name. If you don't get your paper back, are you going to get upset? No, just cross off someone else's name, write yours. But this needs to be smoother. I saw a lot of people doing this action, shuffling it down the table. That's not fast. That takes longer. Pick it up and politely hand it to someone. On your mark, get set, go. Your voice should be completely up. I see Marlen starting to write her name. I see Labrea starting to write her name. Looking for everybody. You got what your team wins. It means everyone has their papers, but everyone's names are on their papers and their pencils are down. Eli, we're not starting. So I'm waiting for all pencils to be down and all eyes to be to the front. Don't have everybody yet. Okay. Marlene, can you read this problem for us? Tattoos.
Tattoos, 7 of them are black and white, and the rest are in color. Shade the fraction, decimal one of the remaining tattoos that are black and white.
Okay, so eyes back up here. Raise your hand if you know that obviously I like getting tattoos. Okay? I actually don't have this many yet, but I will one day. We're going to pretend like I do. I just got the 2 right now, but they are both black and white. But we're going to pretend like I got 10, and 7 of them are black and white, and the rest are in color. First job is to shade in the fraction over here that are black and white. Do that now. Go. Shade in right here the fraction of black and white. Karma's doing this. Eli's doing this. Christian's doing this. Shouldn't take too long. All pencils are going to be down, eyes back to the front in 10, 9, we're using pencils in math class, 8, 7, 6, 5, guys, it doesn't need to be perfect, just go quickly, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marlene has her pencil down, her eyes are on me. MJ has his pencil down, his eyes are on me. Gwen has her pencil down, her eyes are on me. Kaya, eyes on me. Okay, so what you should have done is something that looks similar to this. Didn't have to be perfect, didn't have to be pretty. I mean, your guys probably should be prettier than mine, but I'm just trying to go quick so we don't waste time. Alright, so the next person is, what fraction of Mr. Marren's tattoos, I should be over here, check them. What fraction of Mr. Marren's tattoos is black and white? So I want to know the fraction first. Go ahead and write that fraction in on your own. Write that fraction in on your own. Finish shading for a second. So MJ's got the correct fraction. Marlen's got the correct fraction. Good. 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 Okay, pencils down, eyes on me in 3, 2, 1. Looking at the room, seeing who's got their eyes on me. Got a couple of friends who need to drop their pencils. It's okay, sweetie, just drop it. Okay, so if you did this, silent 2-second celebration. Okay, back on me. 3, 2, 1. Alright, it says now, what decimal of Mr. Marren's tattoos are black and white? So now I want the decimal that is equivalent or equal to 7/10. You can use this place value chart to help you. Go ahead, do that now. Good. Fill it in your place value chart too, though. Please use your place value chart and put your answer on the line.
You don't have to put a 0 there or there. Good. Okay, let's go. That's it. You'll be fine. Okay, so this is 7. How do you say this fraction? 7/10. So this is the 10th place, so 7/10. Just put a 7. That's all you want.
Okay, eyes back up here in 3. Eyes back up here in 2. Eyes back up here with your pencil down in 1. Micah has his pencil down, his eyes are on me. MJ has his pencil down, his eyes are on me. Alright, so there's 0 holes, right? I don't have a hole, so I could write 0 there, or I could not. That's up to you. Decimal 7/10, which is what I saw almost everybody do. So your answer could either look like this. 7/10 of my tattoos are black and white, or you could have taken out that 0 and just put the decimal 7 with 7/10. Either way is correct. I prefer to usually write it like that because there's 0 holes. It doesn't really change anything, and I just think it looks better. But without the 0 there, it's fine as well. What if I had a hole though? Would I have to put the 1 there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. Everybody turn. I'm sorry. It says what decimals are there in color? That's the last part. So before we can think about the decimals in color, we need to figure out the fraction that's in color. Who can give? Oh, I see some people writing. They shouldn't be. Who can raise a 3S hand and tell me what fraction of my tattoos are in color? Jalen?
3/10.
3/10. That's the fraction. Go ahead now, everybody on the last line, write the decimal. Write the decimal that's equivalent to 3/10. Again, if you need to use the place value chart, you're more than welcome to use it. It's a tool. So if you have this, 3/10 equals 3/10 like that, or just like this, give yourself a pat on the back. Good. Turn to the next problem, please. Let me see who does this the quickest. Vanessa's turning quickly. Marlen's turning quickly. Karma's turning quickly. Let me see all pencils down, all eyes on me by the time I turn around. Oh no, I raised him. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's looking at the board looking really good? Josiah, you are. Frank, can you please read this problem, Josiah? Looking at the board of your paper right now.
Iggy Azalea is
Secretly
secretly a big nerd who collects stamps. One page of stamps has 100 stamps on it. Iggy has 275 stamps. Use the model below to show this situation.
Okay, so we got some stuff we need to think about. It says Iggy Azalea collects stamps. How much does 1 page equal? Look at your paper again. 1 page equals how many stamps? Brett?
100.
100. So this is 100, right? So this is 1 what?
Oh.
1, well, yes, it's 1 page, yes. So everyone do this, please, and write one page. You don't need to say it done. You just do it. And again, how many stamps are on one page? 100. So she has how many, Karma, how many total stamps does Iggy Azalea have?
275.
She has 275, right? I want you guys to shade all this in, and so you shaded in 275. Go. This is 100. You don't really need to count it. You just shade in. That's 100. Shade in 275, please. 275 stamps, I should say. MJ put his pencil down as soon as he was done. Remember, we don't need to make it perfect. You need to go a little bit quicker right now. If you want to make it perfect a little bit later on your own time, that's fine. But we need to move on as a class. Good. Eyes on me, please. Pencils down. If you didn't finish, you can finish in just a moment. 5. Oh. Uh-oh. Battery's running low. Thank you, MJ. Oh, doesn't mean we start making a bunch of noise. Thank you for people who are controlling their voices. Jalen, go ahead and plug it in.
Put it on the side right here.
Other side. Other side.
Oh.
Okay, guys, please do your best not to touch this cord. So tomorrow you gotta really be careful, okay? Okay. Pencils down in 5. Pencils down in 4. Pencils down in 3, 2, 1. Vanessa has her pencil down. Her eyes are up here. Jalen has his pencil on. His eyes are up here. So I'm gonna shade in how much you guys should have shaded in. And your guys is probably way prettier than mine. Hey, I didn't need you guys making fun of me. I just, I'm trying to make you feel better.
Don't judge. I said
Yeah, don't judge. Don't judge me.
Yeah, we're just agreeing with you. I said no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, I'm really gonna be impressed with people who are doing the right thing when I turn around. Doing the right thing even when I'm not looking. You see? Good. Okay, so it says, how many pages of stamps does Iggy have? Write your answer as a mixed number with a fraction and as a decimal. So the first thing we're going to do is write a mixed number with a fraction. Let me see who's sitting up straight and tall. While everyone else writes this mixed number as a fraction, I would really like it if, let's see, Alex, Christian, have you been on the board? You have. Alex, have you been on the board? You have been on the board, Christian? Christian, come up here, and you're going to write it as a mixed number with a fraction there, and everyone else is going to do that on their paper, too. Write me a mixed number with the fraction first. Right here, buddy.
Oh, where is it right here?
Yep. Write me the mixed number of how many total pages of stamps Iggy has. Write the mixed number. It's a fraction. Okay. Write the next lesson. Okay, looking up here. Did you do what Christian did?
Yes.
All right, raise your hand if you do what Christian did. Raise 2 hands if you do what Christian did. Raise the roof 3 times if you do what Christian did. 1, 2, 3, hands down. There's 2 whole pages and 75 hundredths of another one. Now I want that as a mixed number decimal. Gwen, can you come up and write that? Everyone try to do it on your own on your paper while Gwen writes it. You already been up to the board. Raise your hand if you haven't been to the board today. Micah, come over. Other people are going to get a chance. Don't worry. Okay, write it as a mixed number with a decimal. You guys do that on your paper, please. Write it as a mixed number with a decimal. $75, not 70.
Oh.
There's 2 holes, 2 ones, 2 ones, there are 2 right there. Decimal, 7,500. If you put that on the board, give yourself a pat on the back. I'm sorry, I'll move. 2 holes, and 75/100. So 2 whole pages, and 75/100ths of another one. Okay, I want you guys to answer this question on your own. It says, are these two mixed numbers equal? Explain your reasoning. So you have to say yes or no, but also tell me why you think the thing that you think. Go ahead and write that. Are those two numbers equivalent? 2 and 75/100ths is a fraction. 2 and 75/100ths as a mixed number decimal. Are they equivalent? Tell me why they are or why they're not. It's okay. Chill.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, we don't need to worry about it, guys. I'm not mad. Okay, it's just a little computer malfunction. Not a big deal.
I'll do it while you.
Man, I would really appreciate people who are doing the work right now. That's what I would like. Yeah, I like that answer. Good. When you are done with this, you may feel free to go to the next problem and try it completely on your own. Completely on your own. Just you need to write the mixed number with a fraction and the mixed number with the decimal. Same thing we've been doing, Kyle. I would love to answer people's questions if they would ask them the right way. Yes, David. Sure, I'll get you one. 1 second. Thank you. So I see Samaria is still working hard. Mike is still working hard. Marlen's still working hard. This is 3/10. It's not 3/10. It's not 3/10. This is 2/100ths. I want 2 and 3/10. Try again. That's not. Is there 100 sections in this week? Oh, how many sections in one? How many sections are there? 10, okay? So this isn't 2 and 3/10, so it should be 2 and 300ths. It should be 2 and 3. Okay, so change that first. And then this isn't right. This still says 2 and 300ths. So yours 2 and 300ths. I want 2 and 3/10. So try again.
Yeah.
So are these two numbers equal? No, 2 and 75/100 is a fraction mixed number, and 2 and 75/100 is a decimal mixed number. Are these equal? Can fractions be equal to decimals? Guys, can fractions be equal to decimals? Well, yes, they can. With 1/10 equals 1/10 as a decimal and as a fraction. That's what we've been talking about the whole time, right? So yes, they can be equal. Or yes, they are equal. Pencils down, eyes on me in 5. Pencils down, eyes on me in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I see Vanessa's eyes are on me, Christian's eyes are on me, Kai's eyes are on me. Put it away now. MJ eyes, Karma eyes, Josiah pencil down eyes. Okay, so some people were confused about, can these two numbers be equal? First off, who can raise a hand and tell me, actually do it with a silent yes or silent no. Are these equal or not equal? See, a lot of people are giving me a yes. Karma, can you explain to us why? Track Karma, why are these equal? Or how are these equal?
Because a fraction is just a decimal written a different way.
Yeah, fractions are just decimals written in different ways. So fractions like 3/10 are equal to decimals 3/10. They are the same thing. Who has another answer? I know some people said something else. Gwen, try Gwen.
Yes, because they both represent the same pictorial model.
Yeah, so both Karma and Gwen are correct. They're both equal because fractions and decimals are just different ways of writing the same thing. And Gwen's correct because this pictorial model shows 2 and 75/100ths. No matter how you write it, that's what it shows. Jalen, try Jalen. I think you have something to add. You have something to add, buddy?
Yeah. I think the two are equivalent because they mean the same.
Okay, yeah, I mean, they do mean the same thing. They do represent the same thing.
Like the 100 under the 75 doesn't, it just like means how 75 out of 100.
Exactly. Okay, so real quick, just this one. I'm not going to go over it in detail, but mixed number with a fraction, this is 2 and 3/10. Why is this tenths and not hundredths? Why is this tenths and not hundredths? EBA, why is this tenths and not hundredths? Should be tracking EBA, not your hand should be down.
Because what is it called?
Who can help her out? Kai?
The whole
Okay, go ahead, EBA. The whole is what?
is partitioned into 10.
Very good. The whole is partitioned into 10 parts. That's why it's 10 and not 100. Now, I saw some people write this. Is that right or wrong? That is.
Wrong.
Who can tell me how to say this correctly? Brittany, how do you say this?
2 and 3/10.
Nope, this is not 2 and 3/10.
Oh, 2 and 3/100.
Yep, if you use your place value chart, which I do suggest to some of you still, it's 2 and 3/100. 2 and 3/10 looks like this. Okay? Okay, we're about to have another race. I would love to see this one be perfect. On your mark. It doesn't matter if you need to finish this with just practice. We're about to do the exit tickets. You want to get ready for that. Get set. Oh, I hear papers moving. Please stop moving your papers. Put them down flat on your desk. Get set. Go. Looking for the silent team. Does this calmly and quickly. All right, so it's exit ticket time. Remember, exit ticket, you guys can start this right away. The team that wins is the team that has their names on it, their dates, and has started to work silently. This is a mini quiz. Do we talk?
No.
No. If we're done, are we? Smart. If we're done, are we allowed to talk?
No.
No. If you're done, just sit there calmly and patiently. If you have a book in your desk, you can read that. On your mark. Hold on, Carl. What? I'll do it. Get set. Go.
So let me see what teams all working with their names. Metabolism, how quickly someone burns calories.
I got you, buddy. You focus on your exit ticket.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. The two mixed numbers equivalent. So what, if I was going to rewrite this with the mixed number as a fraction, what would you write? I want the mixed number, I want the mixed number with a fraction, not a decimal.
Brittany, you know how to do mixed numbers with fractions, right? Okay, so look at what that would be and write it as a mixed number with a fraction. So MJ is done, you got a book out here, that's a good choice.
Half of it means how fast you burn the calories. That's all I need to worry about. Awesome, I gotta do this. Can you give us the HCS in this now, please?
Raise your hand if you would like one more minute. Okay, take your one more minute. Keep working.
It might be good stuff. finish that outside the table.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. We don't do that in this class. Eyes on me. 3, 2, 1. MJ has his up. I thought he did. Marlon has her eyes on me. She stopped moving. Christina has her eyes on me. She stopped moving. Kaylin has her eyes on me. She stopped moving. Alex, I need your eyes. Okay, put away all books. This is the last race. La Brea's team has a chance to tie. Kaya's team has a chance to win. So if you want to tie La Brea's team, you know you need to do this really well. On your marks. Actually, first everyone check and make sure your name's on there. Voices should be off still though. Get set. Go. It would be a bummer you get disqualified for talking. I want to see if everyone's ready at the table. It's a tough one. Tough one. I might have to decide based on what side can give me the best answers for these questions I'm about to ask. Sit up straight and tall. I need to know what we did today. What we learned, what we worked on. Josiah, tell me something.
Relating fraction models to decimals.
Okay, relating fraction models to decimals. That is true. What does that mean, though? What does that mean? Caitlin. Try Caitlin. Eyes go to her.
That means that,
Good.
it means, wait, what do you mean? Like,
What Josiah said, we related fraction models to decimals. What does that mean?
That means that, that we're relating probably either mixed fractions or regular fractions to decimals.
That's true too. But I'm more asking, what does it mean that we can relate them? What does it mean that those two things are related? Track Alex.
That you can use area models to write decimals.
Okay, you can use area models to write decimals and to write
Fractions.
fractions. Now we're getting closer. What did we learn about fractions and decimals? Track Micah. What did we learn about them?
We learned that fractions and decimals are the same.
They're basically the same thing, but Karma written in different. You told us already. Yeah, Karma told us already. They're basically the same things. They can be equivalent to each other, but they're written in different forms. One's written as a fraction, one's written as a decimal. But is 3/10 always 3/10, whether or not we write it as a fraction or a decimal?
Yes.
Yes, they are equivalent to each other, just written in different ways. All right, thank you again for letting me get up. I should still be up here. I might have to give the win over here to this team because they're doing a really good job tracking, and they're still calm. But thank you all for letting me come in here today and sample teach again. Miss Lynn will be back on Monday. But yeah, you guys did a really, really good job. Give yourselves a pat on the back.
We won.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Eva.
I was gonna ask, I want to explain recording.
Okay, well, hold on a second.